So in class today, we defined the study of biology as the study of life. But what is life? It might shock you to know that it is not clearly defined. Life, it seems, is so interconnected with environment that the boundaries in biology between life and not life are constantly shifting. At the largest scale, biologists study the biosphere, defined as all environments and all life on Earth. Nested within the biosphere are ecosystems. These streams and deciduous forests are an example of an ecosystem. We define the ecosystem as all living things within an area. It includes this worm, these microscopic organisms in the stream, but it also includes the water in the stream, and the air itself, as well as the soil. This dead bird has moved from living to non-living, but it still belongs in the ecosystem. The organisms consuming the bird are a community. We define a community as all living things in an area. The area could be as small as the body of this bird or as large as the deciduous forest. Finally, there are populations within communities. A population is all of the individuals of the same species in an area. We see this as a population of bobwhite quails. They hatched last year. Notice within the population of bobwhite quails, as in any population, individuals in the population vary. An organism is an individual living thing, like this bee. The next two levels of biological organization only apply to multicellular organisms. A multicellular organism has organs and organ systems. This is the cross-section of the organs and organ systems of the face of the bee. An organ or organ system is a structure or group of structures that performs a task. Organs and organ systems are made of tissues or a group of organized cells. This is a picture of the cross-section of tissues in a colon. In multicellular organisms, tissues are composed of cells, but sometimes an individual organism like this paramecium is a single cell all by itself. Cells are then composed of organelles. Organelles are structures made of macromolecules bound together into something that does a job. Finally, macromolecules are large molecules comprised of smaller molecules called monomers. Molecules are defined as one or more types of covalently bonded atoms. Now that we've covered life from the largest to the smallest scale down to the atom, we need to think about what precisely makes something alive different from something dead. It can't just be the sum of all of the parts, because if that were the case, life would be eternal, and non-living things are made of the same atoms that living things are made of. Life intersects with time in a unique and novel way. Here's a picture of two extinct dinosaurs and one extant dinosaur. So not only does life exist within the moment, but life exists in a specific way and interacts with environments over time in a specific way. In addition to this, the way the different components of a living organism interact with each other when an organism is alive and when an organism is dead are different. In order to understand what life is, we need to be able to understand these complex interactions. We need to understand the properties of life. These cicadas will make more cicadas like themselves. These pits are what was left after peaches were eaten from a peach tree. Within them lies the information to make more peaches in the next generation. Please use any of the organisms in this video to sketch for the assignment on page 6.